nostalgic. I know that some people don't have a lot of fondness for this game, especially the part that we're about to play right now, which is the Subspace Emissary. Personally, I don't really care for the Subspace Emissary. The gameplay is really samey, and the enemies are pretty boring to fight, and they make you go through it all twice. But on the other hand, it has really cool cutscenes. And in the end, isn't that what it's all about? It's actually pretty incredible, the production values they put into this. And it has no dialogue whatsoever. I think that's, I don't know if neat's the right word, but interesting. No, I've never really played Kirby. I feel like Mario would be too much. Oh, so here's the other part, is I'm playing this on a Wii that does not have GameCube controller ports, and even if it did, I don't have a GameCube controller handy. Where did that come from? So I'm playing this with the Wii Remote Nunchuck, which is how I played Brawl in the first place. It's pretty comfortable. You know, smash attacks are obviously, you know, you have to do the tap kind, which sometimes aren't as fast, but generally the group of people I'm playing with, it doesn't really matter. Now, cast your minds back to 2000, when this game released. The last Kid Icarus game was in '93, I want to say, for the Game Boy. So there's a lot of love for a very old and unused character in this, and I mean it's kind of been a known thing, you know. Sakurai really liked Pit for some reason, and he went on to direct Kid Icarus Uprising for 3DS, but which is a very different game from this and Kirby. So for a while, I'm not sure if I thought of Sakurai as a one-trick pony. I mean, there's definitely Kirby and Smash, so I guess two-trick would be it. But Uprising definitely showed that he can certainly design games with a range that we don't really see very often. Well, that was that. Oh. Keep in mind, it's been a while since I played this game, and I'm gonna generally play characters I haven't played in the past. Just so I get kind of fuller view of the playstyle. What the frick? Oh, yeah. Mario isn't Luigi. He has that stupid flood thing. Ow. Note to self, don't taunt when enemy spawns on top of you. Now, these enemy designs are kind of cool. I like that they're, for the most part, consistent. Get away from me, get away from me. It occurs to me they haven't announced Rob for Smash 4, I don't think. I can't really think of a reason why they wouldn't include him. But... I certainly think he's unique enough that he should definitely win. Really, that's a side special? Giant Kirby! Oh, I'm supposed to be attacking the cages. That makes sense. Hey, it's the airship thing. And there we go. All according to King. Stickers! I don't think I ever got all the stickers in this game. I never did anything with them. I mean, the big thing with stickers was that, you know, you can customize your stats for your fighter, but I don't think anybody ever really tapped into that. Just like I doubt people are really going to go through the trouble to customize all their moves in Smash 4. Especially since it will almost certainly not be allowed in tournaments anyways, you know? You know, so you could say, well, you could customize it for, you know, friendly matches. But if you're going to play with a character and learn a moveset, you know, pretty much want it to be consistent. I believe I read on a wiki that I think it's Kirby and Mario are in the most cutscenes in this game. I guess my data's not. Now, Pit in general, I was very excited for Pit's inclusion. I mean, for before he'd gotten revealed, this was like, I want to say like 8 months before he got revealed. It was like summer 2005, late summer. You know, I joined a bunch of one-up groups about, you know, Kid Icarus revival, you know, will it happen? Speculation, rumors, discussion, photoshops, lots of photoshops. A lot of them pretty laughable looking back on it today. especially since Pitt's design in the end turned out to be pretty fantastic, I think. Looking at those photoshops and what Factor 5 had designed for him, it just didn't fit. I'm not entirely sure the anime route, was the right way to go, but I do think he's definitely well designed. Now, Pitt was the character I was most looking forward to play. Please tell me I've been streaming this entire time. I just looked at the chat box. Okay, we'll talk for a second. Okay, something's not right here. The aspect ratio is all wonky. It looks fine in Elgato. Not sure if I can edit this. I'm playing. Yeah, I don't think I can. Oh well. So, you guys are just gonna have to grin and bear it. Next time I stream this, it'll be the correct aspect ratio, hopefully. I'll do some tests. Alright, let's get back into it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so Pitt, I was really looking forward to playing. Like, I was having like pre-release discussions, arguments with a friend at high school saying, oh, Pitt's definitely going to be, top tier. I mean, he's got everything, He's got projectiles. He's got, awesome recovery with the wings and the gliding. He's got, melee attacks. He's got everything. How could he not be a great character? But in the end, when I actually started playing as him, I just did not like the way he played. And it's really unfortunate, I think. What the hell is that? Is that an unbeatable enemy? Cool. What's funny is that my younger sister, she just plays Pit. She doesn't play anything else. It's kind of funny. I showed her the Smash 4 trailers, and she's just like, is the Angel dude back? I want to play as him. I don't know. I think it's funny. probably give Pit another shot when Smash 4 comes out. I could never get the hang of gliding, and so, you know, that's been taken away from him. So maybe I'll have less reason to complain. I think I heard they buffed some of his attacks, so it's easy to kill people. That was my main complaint. Is that it was just too hard to score a kill, even at mid to high percentages. Like I would play, oh no, no, no. I would play, you know, a family member who played as Ike, and you know, Ike's really strong. He would, you know, he would send me flying all over the place. You know, he would score kills at like 60%, and I could beat him. It just took a lot of concentration, you know. And you know, when you're dealing with a very strong character and you're not very strong, you go, well, okay, I'm going to use my speed to, you know, get around him, build up the damage, and then, you know, finish him off eventually. What the heck? But the thing is, Pit's not very fast either. He's very, you know, he feels a lot like Kirby and Jigglypuff to me. You know, that's kind of, I guess, the double-edged sword of like. Of his recovery, you know, his recovery's great for the most part. It's not super awesome like I thought it would be, but it's pretty good. But it makes moving around a lot harder. So for the most part, I went back to playing as Luigi, which is what, you know, I'd stuck with in 64 and Melee for the most part. And you know, Luigi's not very fast or strong either, but I really like him in this game. I really, really like him in this game. I didn't really like him in Melee, but I really liked him in this game. He's just quick enough and just strong enough and just... He's very easy to control for me, and I do think they buffed a lot of his physical attacks since Melee in this game. So I was really glad about that. Like the down B was freaking worthless in Melee, but it feels really satisfying in this game. Who the creator of this game, also Kirby. Meta Knight is probably the most broken character in Smash of all time, and you know, this halberd, you know, considering all the work that went into rendering this, and you know, the key effect Kirby and Meta Knight in day-to-day have on the story of this game. What was the point of that? You know, it's clear there was a little favoritism, which I read Sakurai was really keen to dispel in Smash 4. Probably not in reference to, like, you know, the story or single player or whatever, because it's probably going to be significantly toned down compared to the Subspace Emissary. But just in terms of like series character roster representation. Which is probably true. I mean, Kirby only has 3 characters, and it's I'm not saying like it's the best-selling Nintendo game, but it's certainly a key franchise. I think it's probably sells more than Metroid does. And again, Metroid only has one representation in the Smash series in total. 2 if you count Zero Suit Samus as separate, which she is now, I suppose. But still, it really, you know, dawned on me the other day, there really is only one. Metroid is definitely underrepresented. Kirby, I feel, is just right, considering its status. Zelda, I want to say Zelda's underrepresented, but now it does have 4 characters, right? There's Zelda, Sheik, Ganon, and Link, and Toon Link, I guess. So, I guess that's odd. You know, there's a lot of discussion on the Smash boards since yesterday about, you know, does Fire Emblem deserve 4 slots? It's a niche series, and until I would say Awakening, I mean, until Awakening, it's been almost entirely unknown. I mean, yeah, there was Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, but I remember there being a lot of, you know, concern whether Radiant Dawn would be brought over at all, even, you know? Shadow Dragon bombed. That was a game for DS. And then the game after that, which I think was a remake, never came out here. There was a game for DS that was after Shadow Dragon. It never came out here. So yeah, four characters for Fire Emblem. It's a little excessive, especially since Lucina is a clone. I mean, even by Sakurai's own admission, he had to go and be like, you know, if there's any tweak to the gameplay style at all, no matter how small, we're gonna make it a separate character. So, and he said she shares the same DNA with Marth. So he's pretty much admitting that she's a clone, which is a little disappointing, I think. I mean, it's great that I think it's great that we got her instead of Chrom. I mean, it would have been really bad if we got Chrom and Chrom was a Marth clone. I mean, all things considered, Cena isn't that bad a choice. Where the hell am I going? Where are these arrows pointing? Not die. camera move. What other franchises? I don't know. What's an underrepresented? Well, that was a bad idea. I'm trying to think of a franchise that's underrepresented. F-Zero? F-Zero's probably underrepresented, but I feel like that's not entirely unwarranted. It has been quite a while since an F-Zero game came out. I think there's only like 4 in the series. There's one for SNES, one for N64, one for 2 for Game Boy Advance, I want to say, and then one for of course, it's the bananas. This picture looks a little dark to me, but that could just be the Sakurai going through extraordinary lengths to make Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong seem badass. I think Donkey Kong's probably underrepresented. Oh shit. That was bad. There's only, what, 2 characters? What the frickin' hell? This is kind of nice. Diddy kind of plays a little bit like he does in Returns. And the barrels. I don't know if they're actual barrels, but they function like Donkey Kong barrels. How do I get it? There we go. Whoops. You know, I can completely understand the ambition behind this mode. Aside from just, oh shit. The sheer audacity. Some kind of story-focused thing with all Nintendo characters for the most part. Having character-specific stages that kind of play like their own series does. It's very laudable. Obviously, completely fell short. You know, Brawl's, you know, this kind of concerned me in Melee when they, you know, had a bunch of challenges and stuff for wall jumping you know, like single player stuff. But yeah, Brawl's gameplay is just not suited to anything but fighting. I started seeing the first sign of Sakurai trying to do more with it, melee. I didn't really care for it. And this is kind of like the conclusion to that. I definitely think that Bandai Namco is reining in quite a bit on the story aspect. And probably the experiences he learned making Brawl. You know, he said he didn't like... That's a side special that is so weird. Shit. I'm terrible. Ah! I need a freaking projectile. Ah! Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie. Double Hammer Brothers. Fantastic. You know what? Jumping on them doesn't kill them. You know why? Because this isn't freaking Mario Brothers. Oh my god. That recovery is just terrible. Terrible. What did I just do? What the hell was that? You know, special attacks are supposed to be like... special? I don't know. I have it kind of in my mind that it should be special. It should be like this is just like he's using his body. It's not really very special in my opinion. One of the comments in the chat box is that 666's prefers Subspace Emissary to Melee's Adventure Mode, which I can understand. Melee's Adventure Mode, I didn't like it when it came out. I mean, it was neat. I played it a bunch of times. Probably just because, you know, I was a kid and I liked, you know, this kind of idea. But yeah, why did I just do that? That was dumb. How am I not dead yet? Definitely understand that. I think what I liked about Melee's Adventure Mode is that it was more compact, and I feel like more care was given to the stages themselves. Like the Mushroom Kingdom area of Melee's Adventure Mode, you know, was the Mushroom Kingdom. You know, I don't know, I forget what the Zelda one was, the underground one. That felt like Zelda, you know, it had the re-deads, music. But I can totally understand, like, Brawl's better. if I went back to Melee's Adventure Mode, I probably wouldn't have as many kind memories for it. Just like when my family and I went back to Melee for a couple rounds after Brawl had come out. And we couldn't put Brawl back in fast enough. We both did not care for going back to Melee at all. Melee certainly had a lot of good stages, but I didn't like, I mean, primarily, I didn't like how Luigi played. He felt very, very weak, and not as aerial inclined, not as graceful like he is in this game. Really just another clone of Mario, which Melee already had. But what I will give Melee props for is the stages. The stages in that game definitely hold up. Definitely a huge Why do I stop? What is this open? On the subject of single-player games, I definitely think Smash Run looks very promising. Ties into multiplayer, which is nice, and you get boosts, kind of like stickers in this game, but they're like explicit before you start up. Fuck. Oh wait. They're explicit before you start the multiplayer match, so it's really incentivizes. That was really fun. Looking around for items and whatnot. Boost. Spooey asks what controller I'm using. As I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm using the Wii Remote and Nunchuck because this Wii does not have any controller ports, and on top of that, I don't have my Game controller on. Wii Remote and Nunchuck is how I played Brawl exclusively during Brawl's life. I really like it. The only downside is you don't get those quick jabbing smash attacks, which I never found I needed when playing against the regular group of people I played against. They would be lucky to pull off smash attacks in general. Die. Die. See, this is all Subspace Emissary is. Samey platforming broken up by spawning enemies for whatever reason. certainly kind of pretty to look at. Now this would be a cool alternate costume for Rob in Smash 4. You can frickin' fly, Pit! Well, not really, but you could certainly get a couple more jumps. So what do you want with a bomb anyways? Also, that Subspace Emperor flying so low to the ground anyways. Spooey's asking about me having a Wii without controller ports. Welcome to 2011, I want to say, Spooey. That's when they took GameCube controller ports out of the Wii. This is a late era Wii because my launch Wii became unsalvageably broken. Actually, funny story. This game, Brawl, was the start of it. You know, I'm so excited I got it. I think I stayed home from school that day, actually. Got it, put it in the Wii, so excited to play, and it just wouldn't load the game. And so I looked up the error code number. It was a disk read error. And I had to send my Wii back into Nintendo. Took like a week or 2 weeks, I forget which. Unbearable wait. All my friends were playing this. I mean, I guess by that point, all the characters have been spoiled by the Japanese release, like 3 months earlier anyways. So I wasn't really pissed like someone spoiled secret characters for me. It was just like everybody else is playing and I'm not. Anyways, several years later, just I think it was before Skyward Sword came out, it just refused to work. I think it was out of warranty, so I just decided to get a new one, not have to deal with all that. Unfortunately, when I got my Wii U, I tried doing the system transfer because my launch Wii had, you know, all my virtual console games on it, and it wouldn't go through with that either. So I'm still planning on sending it into Nintendo for that reason. I'm not rebuying all those virtual console games. Really soured me on Nintendo's whole digital scheme, but no, that's nothing. So yeah, my launch Wii is in the closet. Collecting dust, as it would do. Is this Sticker Brush Symphony? It is. I actually didn't like this remix when I first heard it, but it's really grown on me. I think it's like the most used track in the Subspace Emissary, so I had a negative association with it from the start. But listening to it years later, you know, trying to forget about that part, it's a really good remix. What just happened? And the Dark World. Fuck. My bone? What just happened? What the fuck? this is a glitch, right? Like, I'm not... This isn't me being stupid, right? It won't... You know what? Just in case, I'll save it in a separate slot. I want to make sure. I have to beat this guy again. What a weird glitch. Oh, this weasel crapping out. It'd be less unfortunate now that I have the Wii U, Why did I think I was still playing Kirby? Fear Bunny Fox. It's the fusion of two impossible creatures. Huh, I'm actually sucking against it this time. Jesus. There I go. I'm really bad at this. Now for a ledge. Wait a second. How does he get underground in the first place? Rayquaza being very relevant now that Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire come. So this is doing that whole light wall dark wall thing. Oh, it lit up for a second. This is certainly weird. There's something up there. Aha! Jesus, that is some terrible game design. Fox's flips are really weird. Do. Oh, we don't play that. do, 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 do. Why am I slowing down after? Oh, what the hell? What the frickin'? What the? Hit stun, motherfucker. Have you ever heard of this? Jesus, lasts for a long time. Oh, that's bad. The switch here turns off the fire. Holy shoot! Ah, so close. There I go. What's this song sound? Yes, of course, that had spawned right there. 666 is surprised I know what hit stop is. I actually said hit stun, so it's still possible I don't know what you're talking about. On the other hand, I take offense to that. I love this song. This is the first world in Donkey Kong Country 2, the pirate ship. and every song. What the heck? Oh, he's an actual character. He doesn't have a hitbox or a HP box. You know, what was cool about this mode is that it forces you to play as certain characters. I mean, you have a choice, usually, but not a full choice. It's a very clever way to get people playing and experimenting with characters they might not otherwise play. For the most part, I don't play for playstyle. I have characters I think are kind of cool, and then I switch it up based on that. Like King Day. I don't know. I don't really actually know why I play it. He's the only character. Frick. He's the only character I play as in this game that gets the big hits in. Like my friend who plays Ike. So I like that about him. Obviously, he's really slow. He's even slower, like, than a normal heavy character, just because of, you know, his recovery is kind of like Kirby's. But I like those big hits on him. Toon Link, you know, I've always liked Wind Waker. Sonic, I like his fast speed. I guess I do play a little. Alright, streamers, I think that's all we'll do for tonight. I do want to float an idea by you guys. I'll talk about this on the forums, but for streams of entire games with, you know, running commentary, I think we should maybe break those out from G-form streams. I think, you know, having a more typical Let's Play label for those might be more appropriate and might get more interest, because streaming random games is great, and, you know, I like it. I like streaming random games and not really being tied to, oh, I can only stream, you know, if it's the start of the game, you know, and, you know, if I haven't streamed, you know, I can't play it unless I stream it, because, you know, so I think the informal nature of G-form streams is great, but I also think viewers also like having a more concrete, you know, Let's Play kind of deal. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I'll post about it. You guys comment on it. It's just something I wanted to float by you guys. So thanks for watching, and I might be back tomorrow night with some more Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the Subspace Emissary. Catch you guys on the boards.